up, my dudes? It's Demi, and tonight I'm going to be dining here at BiCE at Loews Portofino Bay Resort at Universal Orlando. I had a wonderful stay here at Portofino Bay, and I'm going to link right here the entire tour of the hotel and my room. It's such a beautiful place. I'm really excited to go into BiCE and have hopefully a lovely dinner. I'm excited. I've only heard great things about BiCE, so let's get into it. Let's go get into some hijinks. So BiCE is located on the west side of Portofino Bay. It's on the side of the water taxi. Right here is the west guest wing, and this is where I'm staying, and you can see that if you watch the video, and it's literally steps away from BiCE. I actually didn't even need to come outside, but I wanted you to see how beautiful the facade is here. You can walk up these beautiful steps, or you can go back inside and take the elevator to the third floor. BiCE is an Italian restaurant. Portofino Bay is Italy themed. There's a lot of restaurants here, but this one is the one I heard most about. It's had rave reviews. I'm hopefully gonna get some really good Italian food tonight because I love me some Italian food, and I'm a little critical of my Italian food, being from New York and getting a lot of Italian food. But I mean, just come over here real quick before we go inside and just see this beautiful, amazing view of this really beautiful hotel. This is a very fancy restaurant. I really didn't have that. I didn't know it was going to be this nice. I can't even technically film anything else besides me. I do have this beautiful view behind me, and I will be able to show you the food and show you, what I think of it. But they don't want me to film anything else, and I have to respect that. I was able to get a couple panel shots in the beginning, and then I don't want to offend anyone or cause any problems, so this is just how we're going to do it. I can just tell you right now, it's very nice. It's a high ceilings in here, and it just looks like a very fancy Italian restaurant in just the middle of Universal hotels. I'm going to show you the menu a little bit. Here are the appetizers. They have so many choices. You do antipasto, prosciutto di Parma e burrata, carpaccio di manzo. You can do a caprese. There's so much. I did ask my server what he recommended, and he did say the La Caprese Classica, which is the fresh burrata, mozzarella, and tomato. So I'm always a fan of that. I'm always happy to have that. They have a couple of salads here. They have a risotto of the day and a soup of the day. The risotto of the day was something with shrimp in it, and the soup of the day was some type of potato soup, so wasn't really feeling that. I'm probably gonna get one of their handmade pastas here. I love handmade pasta, so yeah, I think I'm ready to get my Italian on. I'm gonna figure out which one I want. There's a couple of, there's a lot of different choices. I'll ask my server what he thinks. They also have gnocchi, lasagna. So there's a lot to look at. I'm going to have to read everything pretty carefully. I was just brought some very warm bread and a trio of things to dip in. We have some olive oil and red pepper, some balsamic, and then just some plain olive oil. The bread is really soft here, and then really nice and crispy on top. That's how I like my bread. The bread is very tasty. The balsamic is very good with it. Yeah. I just love eating bread at restaurants. Like I said, when I went to Vivo at City Walk, I just love kind of going to restaurants, and when they have bread, I just kind of end up filling up on bread. I don't mean to, but it just happens, and then I end up taking all my food home. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to put the bread aside and wait for my appetizer. My appetizer has arrived. This is the Caprese. This is mozzarella and tomato and basil. It comes with some toasted bread on top. Looks great. Can't wait to break it open. Oh my gosh, look how soft this cheese is. Oh my goodness. That looks amazing. I hope it tastes just as good. That cheese is so fresh, so soft. Wow, oh my gosh. That is absolutely delicious. The tomatoes are nice and sweet. I love the seasoning on top. Everything is just really good. Look at this. It is literally just falling apart. Wow. I've never had such a melted cheese like that before. That is absolutely just, wow, delicious. Toasted bread is just okay. I do like the garlic coming out of it, but honestly, just do the tomato and the mozzarella on its own. It's just absolutely delicious. This is just literally, I can scoop up the cheese like that. That's insane. This is absolutely delicious. I have to show you. I literally finished that entire mozzarella on my own. Normally, I don't eat this much, especially for an appetizer. I just couldn't stop eating it, and it means I may not eat that much of my entree, and that's totally fine. But wow, yeah, it was wonderful. Here is my entree. This is called, and I apologize if I say this incorrectly, cappellecchio, and this is ravioli with braised beef short rib and a marsala sauce. Looks great. Let's give it a whirl. Oh my gosh. I've never seen anything like that before. That looks insane. That there's braised short rib inside a ravioli. Let's give it a whirl. If I could scream right now, I would. That is so good. I have to eat more. Hold on. Okay, the braised short rib in there is so delicious, so full of flavor, so soft, and the marsala sauce is just absolutely delicious with it. I'm so glad my server recommended this, because I probably wouldn't have ordered it, because I have a thing with mushrooms, and I'm trying to get over it. And it just, I don't know, it didn't sound like something I would maybe enjoy. I'm not the biggest marsala fan, but this is so good. I'm so glad I tried this. It's also amazing to like have a ravioli and it's meat and not cheese. Like, I've never had that before. It's very unique, and maybe it's not, but it is to me. Let me know if you have ever had meat and ravioli, like just like braised meat like this. The pasta is cooked a little al dente, which is, I believe, normal, but for Italian restaurants. So let me know if that's true. Like Italy Italian restaurants, not like the Italian restaurants I have in New York. You know, like not like casual Italian restaurants. I actually do wish the pasta was a little softer, but that is also because I'm probably more used to that. But I think this is just absolutely delicious. All these flavors are so delicious, and I could just like, oh my god, I could just eat this sauce just on its own. Is so good. Wow, I'm really blown away. I just really quickly want to try the bread and the sauce. Wow, that is so good. That is so good. And finally, we have our dessert. I had to get their signature tiramisu. It looks really beautiful. I love, this is one of my favorite desserts, but every time I think of tiramisu, I think of Mary Berry from the Great British Bake Off, like when Mary was on it, and they did a tiramisu, and they said the layers have to be even, and yeah, I guess maybe she's correct, but I'm looking at this, and these are definitely not even, but it still looks amazing, and they really judged, I remember that, so hard, and I think that's insane. Anyway, enough about Bake Off, which I still love. Let's get some tiramisu on. Ooh, boy, that looks great. Oh, yes, that's what I want to see at that bottom. That's great. The bottom is really soaked, and it's bringing so much moisture into the cake. The very top with everything on it, the dusting, is very thick, thicker than I'm probably used to. Flavor's still good. It's just like a lot of it on there. I really love the just the sauce in general on is just really, really like nice. The bottom with where it soaks up everything is definitely the best part. Yeah, the whole thing together, everything tonight here has been absolutely delicious. Like I said, I've only heard really good things about this place, and I had to see for myself because you know how people can overhype everything. This was a very delicious restaurant. I think it's beautiful. I think it's, if you're staying here, it's incredibly convenient. And it's a great alternative to probably, I'm going to say this, the lack of restaurants at City Walk. There are a ton, but like let's say you want Italian and Vivo is booked, where are you gonna go? I think this is a great place to come. It's only a 5-minute boat ride away. The boat is literally right there. I think this is great. So please let me know in the comments if you would come from the parks to come here, or if this is a place that you would maybe only come to if you were staying here. Let me know if you've also been here before and what you thought. But honestly, this is delicious. I had a lovely evening here at BiCE. Well, my dudes, that was BiCE. I'm sorry that it was a little quiet and a little more kind of probably close to my face, and I apologize, but I was really trying to be discreet as much as possible. I had no idea what I was walking into. It is a beautiful restaurant. The staff is literally from Italy. Everything I had was absolutely delicious. That cheese was just out of this world. I love the sauce on the marsala. The braised short rib was absolutely delicious inside. The tiramisu was very good. There was nothing wrong with it at all, but I probably, like, unless you're really doing a whole dessert thing, then go for it. Also, they have a homemade gelato here as well, or if you wanted to get, there's a gelato place actually across on the other side of the water over here. But no, I mean, it was still delicious. Everything was delightful. I totally recommend BiCE. I think it's a great spot for you to come after a long day at the park. You know, maybe if you, I don't know, maybe a long day at the park, because I think you're supposed to dress up a little bit nicer here, but, you know, I think it's just like a really nice alternative to Vivo. I think I still like Vivo a little more. I don't know why, but I feel like the food here was better, but I still like Vivo more. It might be the atmosphere at Vivo, because this was, if I had maybe my husband with me, this might have been a little bit nicer and, you know, not filming. I think that's what it was. This is definitely a more upscale place, but it was beautiful. The food was fantastic. I had a great time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your bell notifications so you don't miss anything that comes in this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Make sure to check out my Patreon for extra content on there and bonus content. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.